Hi, welcome to Truth of Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 40 coming at you tonight. 40, we got a good one. Gale Sayers from the Chicago Bears.
Billy and Bear missed opportunity to not shout him out there.
Yeah, you know what? We like Bill. Nobody else in the history of basketball likes Bill.
Nobody that's not from Detroit or Pistons. Yeah.
Yep. But Gale Sayers was magic. So we missed a week just because I was busy with work and he was busy with school. So we are going to summarize the first 2 weeks of the NFL. Tons of stuff going on. Heavy focus on NFL. Obviously, we're going to touch on the Lions because Lions are awesome.
Well, once we get to the stuff, we'll open with a few minutes on the Lions. Get all of our thoughts on the Lions out there.
Just a quick note for our viewers. Did you know that the Pistons have Cade Cunningham on their team?
Hashtag Cade Cunningham.
Hashtag Cade Cunningham. Love Cade.
Always throw that out there.
Yep. So
actually, Cade Cunningham, shout out. My fantasy football team name is just Cade Cunningham.
Cool.
Wrong sport. It's just Cade Cunningham.
Okay, because he's cool. But there are a few things happening off the top in sports that we should talk about. Tigers actually could get to 500, which is amazing.
Yeah. Well, they're beaten, right? They just beat up the White Sox, who I think clinched the division today.
And they took 2 or 3 from Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
they're
running with guys
scrape and they go hard and they get
that have no business being in games with them.
But you know what? Fun to watch. This is ESPN did an article, it was about 10 days ago, and they're about 2 years behind the time, kind of beating on Detroit. Now it's such a bad time for the Detroit sports teams. Yes, it was.
ESPN clearly has not watched our podcast.
Yeah, obviously not.
Clearly has not.
Let's try and get Tarico or somebody on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
ESPN can also pick us up. If they hear this, we'll also take a contract from you to be on their show.
Yeah, like the Bill Simmons deal. We could do that. That's not a bad idea. Mm-hmm. Listen, Detroit, everybody knows rebuilding, but guess what? We are well along the process. Mm-hmm. The Tigers have guys.
Tigers are making the wild card next year.
Good.
Playoffs next year.
Spencer Torkelson. You got Riley Green coming up. You got dudes, and they're going to sign a shortstop.
Hope they're going to spend money.
Carlos Correa.
That's my boy. They're going to spend some money, though.
Carlos Correa, but that's okay. Ben Simmons, you're a poohead.
Yeah, we're not talking about Simmons. It's so dumb.
No, that's all I need to talk about. He's a poohead.
Okay.
Michigan Wolverines.
Basketball or football?
Well, basketball, they're the best team in the world.
Yep.
Football, they're okay. It's like 1970s. You know what Bo Schembechler used to call the 1970s Wolverines offense? No. 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Cool.
That's kind of what they're doing now.
It's the last good thing Bo did.
Yeah, Bo did a couple good things.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. Spartans.
They're no good.
Might be okay.
No, they're no good.
Anyway. This is more for you, Ronaldo. It's a big deal. Like it's
a big deal.
Scoring a lot. And
just stealing goals. It's fine. He's adding to the team. But he's really just stealing goals from Fernandez. But it's okay. I have both on my fantasy soccer team.
Okay. Golf and tennis, which are both very cool. Ryder Cup this weekend. It's a big weekend. Obviously, most Canadians cheer for Europe, but Americans are entertaining to watch. I just want good golf. I want it to be close on Sunday.
I think I'm a little busy on Sunday. Sorry.
Yeah, gotta work.
Yeah.
And tennis, I'm glad Djokovic didn't win. He's a bit of a poohead too. That's going to be my phrase of the day, just so you know.
Great.
Okay. Baseball races are awesome. Like, you've paid a lot more attention to this than I have the last couple of weeks, but Blue Jays, Yankees, Red Sox, all beating the crap out of each other. Dodgers and the Giants. There's going to be a team that wins 100 games and is forced to play in a one-game playoff.
Yeah, it's entertaining. NL's got a lot going on. MVP in the National League is still up. Probably Bryce Harper. Looks like it's going to be Bryce.
I think Shohei should win in both leagues.
I'm okay with that, actually.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yep. Do you agree or disagree with the fact that one of the Dodgers or the Giants will be in a one-game playoff?
Great question. I think I'm going to go agree. That's the way it is, right? This year, there's a lot of good teams in the NL.
Like, I don't know how long they've been doing wild card for, 15 years or so. 15 years ago, one of these teams would be sitting at home.
Exactly.
Having no chance.
I don't want to do like what the NBA might go to, where it's a record thing.
Yep.
Where it's not a conference, it's like best records. I don't want that. I like my wild card and my division winners.
There is some talk about the NBA making some changes going into their 75th year. You know, mid-season tournament.
How about we just no super teams? How's that? That's my change. Morons.
That's a good change.
That's the only change. And maybe
that.
better refs.
We've got another poohead to talk about. Tyler Bertuzzi. So he's the only Detroit Red Wing that hasn't got his vaccine. So now he can't play the 9 games that are in Canada. Like, dude, I can guarantee whatever you put in your monster drink or whatever the hell you're vaping is a lot worse than your vaccine. Tyler Bertuzzi, you're a bigger poohead than Ben Simmons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I just need to give a shout out to our boy Andrew McLeod. Andrew was over a little while ago. We made a little bet. So we're all Pistons slappies. We know. Realistically, I think the Pistons are going to challenge for 8, 9 seed, maybe 10 seed. It'll be close if they play really well.
Yeah.
And Andrew, without hesitation, is like, no, 6 seed. 6, boom, done. I'm like, 6 seed? Yeah, for sure. Let's make a bet. Okay. So we made a bet. I think it's 8 beers or dinner or something. It doesn't really matter. So I started listing off the teams that they would have to be better than. And he's like, okay, so I don't have my own podcast. I don't know, but I'm good with my bet.
Look, Pistons are going to be like an 11 seed. Sorry, guys. They're going to be an 11 seed. They're not going to be, unless Cade is like 30, 10, and 10, which he's not. No, not yet.
Not yet.
Whatever. Pistons will talk a couple episodes. We'll do an NBA thing before the season.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Anything else off the top?
Football.
So the Lions. I didn't put too much into my
I put a sentence.
Observations on the Lions.
Oh, so what we've got. First, we'll just talk about the Lions. So my takeaway from 2 Detroit Lions football games. Penei Sewell is a stud of a left tackle. And the issue that the Lions now have, other than they're not going to win many games, is they have 2 franchise left tackles. That is their issue. It's a good issue.
It is a good problem to have. And I wrote down, okay, so the Lions are entertaining. They're, I guess, about as bad as we thought.
I think they're better. Actually, I didn't think they would put up a fight with either team, and they did.
Yeah, you're probably right. They're probably a little bit better than I thought. Now, Hawkinson, beast.
Yeah.
I didn't think Williams was going to be as good. The Williams-Swift running back combo, they're good. And even with Decker injured, the Lions still can move the ball on offense. Their defense is terrible, right?
Their defense
was terrible, and now they've lost 2 of their top 3 cornerbacks.
Their secondary, if you look at their roster, undrafted free agent, undrafted rookie free agent, journeyman, undrafted... It's just guys that shouldn't have jobs as cornerbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
That's a bit of disrespect.
No, they're better than me, you know what I mean? But they should be unemployed.
Yeah.
Disrespectfully.
Like Tayshaun, who you used to play football with, who Mom teaches right now, he can play safety on...
There's a lot of... Like, me in my prime, can I play safety for him?
Like when you were 12?
No, like whenever my football athletic prime is, so whatever, mid-20s, early 20s. Can I just be like a locker room guy for the Lions? With this current secondary, I'm trying out.
Like, I'm the good locker room guy because I'm loud and I'm positive, but you probably run a 4.7 40.
I take the over on 4.7.
Okay.
I'm a good locker room guy.
5 foot nothing, 100 nothing.
It's Rudy.
And not a speck of athletic ability. No, you would have to run a 4.5 40.
It was a little hyperbole. You clearly didn't catch on to that. That's okay.
But you know what? You can get there.
Thank you.
We have the technology.
Yeah.
Really? Like, we can go on a weight training program.
Drago.
Hit some roids. We can do that.
Yeah, so look, Sewell's awesome. Secondary's terrible. They're going to trade Jimmy Collins, thankfully, because, man, he looks bad. Go to 40. He's running like a 4.10.
And here's the thing.
It's not a thing.
What are they going to get for him?
I'll take a 6th. I don't care.
I'd take a 6th, but will they get a 6th?
They're going to get a 6th or 7th. It doesn't matter. They're just dumping salary and picking some 18-year-old.
I guess so. And Collins is not cheap. I think he's $3 million or
3.6. He reconstructed, but yeah, they're paying him too much.
I guess the Lions would maybe have to take some of that salary on. Anyway, here's the question for you. Do you trade Taylor Decker? He comes back, plays well for a game, then you trade Taylor Decker.
If he should be okay moving to right tackle. He's already got his money. He should be okay moving to right tackle. But if you can get I don't want a late first for him.
I don't think you're getting anything better than a late first.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would take...
I don't want a 4th or 5th. Like, I don't want that nonsense.
I would take an early second and an early third. So a poopy team, second or third, I would take that. Because I don't think you're getting an early first. No. And a late first, those teams have depth. So if they have somebody get injured, then they probably have somebody to slide in.
Yeah, I want him to play right tackle. Sewell's my left tackle for the next 15 years. I don't want to have Decker taking reps at left side. Move him to right side or trade him. Or left guard. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
So yeah, Lions, Derek Barnes. Just remember the name. Derek Barnes is going to be awesome.
I really hope he is. I know
he's going to be awesome.
You and a lot of those fan pages that are hyping him up. He's going to get toasted a lot. But he can run, right?
He's awesome.
Is he fast?
He's honestly, I don't want to just say he's similar to Devin White, but some similarities to Devin White's game. Fast dude, strong.
Big Ten.
Captain,
fast.
Leader. He's the man.
All right. So let's jump into some of our first 2 weeks of NFL observations.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did independently, I made 10 observations and 5 bold predictions. He made 10 observations and 5 bold predictions.
The only difference between
likely is my list is going to be really interesting and very observant, and people are like, "Oh, that's a great one." And Isaac's going to be like, "I like the colors of the uniforms that the San Diego Chargers played." Is that politically incorrect? It probably is. It's culturally inappropriate.
It's the LA Chargers now, and I love their uniforms. Thank you.
They were sweet, actually. I like those. Although, still like the powder blues better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because nothing like...
LT
have we
powder
done a
blue.
top uniforms of all time in sports?
No, Coach Rob's a big uniform guy.
Oh, we got to do that.
But we haven't. Yeah, write that down.
Top uniforms.
Okay, I'll do my first takeaway.
Teal Pistons? No.
I
know they're getting a lot of love.
Yeah,
I didn't love them.
Okay, so Lions done.
Okay.
Takeaway.
We might talk about it a little bit.
They'll jump in. This Matt Stafford. Hype is legit. He's going to be top 5 MVP candidate for sure. Might be top 3. That's not a bold prediction, I don't think.
That's not a bold prediction at all.
But I don't like the Detroit bashing that national
media
media
I am tired
does.
of the national guys saying, "Oh, he finally got out of Detroit. Oh, now he gets an opportunity to shine." Listen, we all knew he was great. I had that listed as well.
Yeah, I think we're able to lift Stafford up without bringing Detroit down.
Yes.
And national media hasn't done that. Hopefully they do.
It's lazy broadcasting is what it is. It's lazy broadcasting.
And people are saying like, "Oh, I didn't see that in Detroit." Yeah, I saw that in Detroit for 10
did.
years.
Yes.
Like it's not like he's a
tough.
new dude.
He made sidearm throws. He's the same down
guy.
the field.
He's the same dude in Detroit.
Yep.
He just has some help
He's
and
got
a coach.
better weapons. He's got a great coach. That's it. Obviously, and this is not a keen observation, but lots of injuries, right? Especially QBs, Wentz, Tua, Dalton. I feel bad for Tyrod Taylor, man. He's been a journeyman forever.
Yeah.
And he was playing pretty good. And then you got the crap kicked out of him. Half of the San Francisco 49ers, again, bunch of injuries.
Baltimore.
It's just too bad. Like, San Francisco 49ers and Baltimore running backs, like, do they have 8 injuries combined with those two teams at running back position?
Honestly, it's close. Ravens have 3 off the top of my head, and the Niners have maybe 4.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Bad.
It's injuries.
I don't know what to do about it. I mean, it's just a crappy part of football.
Yeah.
And I recognize how that's what makes football so entertaining for the average fan, but it's just crappy.
Yeah.
So, injuries. Bad.
Kyler Murray, he's a magician, has taken a big step up. Like I've been saying that. He's going to be great this year. Let's not forget the pieces he has around him. Okay?
He's got dudes to throw to.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah. Best receiver in football.
Arguably, but I'm okay with that. AJ Green, who's not a number 1 anymore, but he's still good. Christian Kirk.
Find a better number 2 than AJ Green.
It's not many.
Like Kelsey, you can maybe debate.
Christian Kirk, underrated. Rondell Moore, who's the second rounder, and if he fans out,
dude, right?
speed dude, hands, he's awesome.
Yep.
And then they've got James Conner, so underrated.
Yep.
And Chase Edmonds, great pass catching back, and a pretty good O-line.
Now that one play that he made where he ran those 2 guys up the middle and he twisted, and that's crazy.
He's a magician. But
anybody other than Mahomes in the NFL can make that throw?
Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz?
Before his 2 sprained ankles or after?
Doesn't matter.
No, he can't. Like, you try, but he wouldn't be able to do it.
Rodgers makes that throw.
Does he?
Unfortunately. And then he'll probably complain, but he makes the throw.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, Murray's the man. He's going to be great, but he's got a lot of help, and he should be great.
Yeah, actually, I thought about the Murray.
You knew I was gonna,
but I took it off. Tackling sucks.
It's a good take, very good take.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is because of COVID training and you just had to hug and like do a little patty cake and you couldn't tackle.
That's not right.
I don't know enough about how their muscle memory and reaction time is, but all I can see from my untrained but quite an observant eye is tackling sucks.
Look, like, it's not easy to tackle Lamar, but sometimes it's like they're not even, like, it's just Olay, like they're just kind of throwing their arms out there, not really trying to make an attempt.
Yeah, a lot of arm tackles.
Especially like bad team, like Houston doesn't tackle too well. Jacksonville hasn't, you know what I mean? Whereas, teams
Jacksonville is poop.
Detroit, they're hitting. Like, Detroit's trying to tackle
They're trying.
Just not good.
They sometimes hit each other, but that's okay. They're trying.
Yeah. Okay, tackling bad is a good take. Tom Brady is a top X player in football. Top 5? Top 3?
All time?
No, right now. At 44. Is he top 5 in football?
He's top 3.
Who's better?
Mahomes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's not statistically, he's probably going to have his best year of his life. Statistically, I think he will.
Yeah, I talk about Brady in predictions.
Oh, respect. Yeah, but I'll leave that to you. Brady's the man. Good for him. But I don't love Tampa going all the way this year. Putting that out there.
Okay. Betting is crazy. Like, I like to bet, and every now and then I'll throw $5. And Chef and Stewie and I had a good bet the other day about the Lions.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's all over the place. I think it's talked about too much. But the one thing that was talked about, which was awesome, the dude with like the 14-game parlay or whatever it was.
16, I
16.
think. Yeah.
And if the Lions would have won, he would have won $750,000.
Did you see that? The good news story? He cashed out. He cashed out at like $170K or something.
Oh, you know what? I heard that,
Yeah.
but honestly, I thought it was just that was available to him.
Cashed out.
So he got $170K?
Yeah, like a little under $200K.
Prior to the Lions.
Prior to the Lions, yeah. So basically, dude had all these bets. If the Lions won, he was going to get like $780,000. Or he could pull out his money and cash out with like $170,000.
Awesome. Regardless
of the Lions game, and that's what he did. Smart take.
Yeah, good move. That's smart. I would have done the same thing.
You would have? Okay.
Yep.
Thanks. Betting, I do fake bets now where I just keep track. Like, if I were going to do a 3-team parlay, these are the spreads. Yeah. So until I get like a few reads perfect, then I will put down $10. Okay. Lamar Jackson. I'm hotter on him than you are.
Yeah.
I think he might have the most responsibility of any quarterback in football.
The most responsibility.
The Ravens ask him to do so much.
Their success is completely dependent on Lamar Jackson.
And that's good and bad.
Yep.
I really like Lamar. He's a good kid. I want to see him win. If he had some consistent, healthy running backs, I think the Ravens have a good shot. But Lamar, I just want to say, like, he should be in the MVP conversation because of how much they ask of him.
I agree with you. I think he's going to make enough mistakes, and he's not a good enough consistent thrower to get to the
it's a pretty good
Brady
thrower.
Mahomes Carr level for stats, and obviously they look at stats. And plus, I think they're going to lose a few games. Now, partially, they lost all their running backs, so they're even more dependent on him.
Yeah, they lost all their other running backs after Lamar.
We didn't necessarily put these in order, but taking a quick look at this, I would probably make this number 1. The Manning brothers are so good.
I didn't write that. Yeah.
Fun, informative. It's different. It's a great show. I thought it would be entertaining, but I thought we'd get a little bored of it and flip back.
So did I.
No, it's good, and you learn a lot. And I mean, the only thing is because you don't have the play-by-play, and you're not 100% sure, like which rookie defensive lineman for the Lions tackled that dude for loss. Like sometimes you don't get that figured out, but. Love them. They're great. Awesome. Maybe limit guess a little bit.
I don't know. Guess pretty
Although
good.
Gronk was
good.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, funny. Like they're getting good guesses. As long as they're going to... Charles Barkley, right?
Yeah, Charles Barkley's awesome.
Just don't start reaching for guests that no one likes.
Yep.
NFL does a great job with the schedule. Now, it's funny that I'm saying that on a Thursday night as the Panthers play the Texans. Shout out Davis Mills, Houston starting quarterback. I'm sure he listens to the pod. I guarantee
he's got this. We have more followers than he has on his Instagram page.
If he has Instagram. No, but the NFL, there's so many entertaining games that I want to watch. Primetime games, 1 o'clock games. Good job, NFL. They also have a lot of teams with good storylines. So like that kind of plays into it, but they do a good work.
Okay. My number 6 I had is Matt Stafford, so I substituted something in.
Yeah.
You know, I like the golf outfit. Right? Good collars. Golf.
That's what you substituted in?
Yep. Yep. That's it. Golf clothes are good. That's my observation.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore that.
You can skip right by that one.
Raiders, you mentioned them. Fun to watch. They're not legit. They're 2-0 right now. They're not legit.
Carr's not going to continue to throw for 400 yards a game.
The thing is, they might be the worst team in their division. The Chiefs are better, no doubt.
Yes.
The Chargers are better, no doubt.
Yes.
Denver and Oakland, or Denver and Vegas. I think Denver and the Raiders are similar. I think Oakland's maybe better, but like if Teddy B is having a good day, then I'll take the Broncos over him. So, might be the worst team in the division. Again, fun to watch. Waller's sick. Carr's good. But they're not winning anything.
Yep. So, was it last week where Isaac was looking at something on his phone and he just started pissing himself laughing and he sent me the Pittsburgh Steelers meme.
People, okay, you can explain it. I'll post it
You'll have to post it on the Instagram account. It was
okay, I'm going to post it, write a note. I'll post it as soon as I put this up. So, as the time you are listening to this, you can check out our Instagram, The Truth with T and I, on Instagram, and just look at.
Funny.
So, do you want to give context or just no context?
No, just it's funny and love the NFL, right? They have great memes. Awesome. Okay.
I
wrote
down
7.
I'm on 8 now.
Okay.
I wrote down Christian McCaffery. I will not talk about Christian McCaffery. I know you have a crush on him.
Yeah.
So do you want
Dylan's brother? I like.
Do you want to talk about?
I'm talking about him later.
Okay. So you can go. So McCaffery, he's really good.
He's really good.
It's my take.
Okay, number 8, and this is not earth-shattering news. Boy, is the NFL a quarterback league.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess you maybe can have some success if you have an unbelievable defense and running game. But when was the last time one of those teams won? Baltimore with Ray Lewis, right? 20 years ago.
That was even Baltimore with Ray Lewis wasn't 20 years ago. Because I remember watching that. That was a Joe Flacco offense, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It was 10 years ago.
Was that the last team? Well, actually, Denver. They didn't win, did they? No, they did. When Denver beat Carolina with a Peyton Manning who had no arm.
Okay, yeah, that's
that was
true. I mean, Peyton was for sure a game manager. Mm-hmm. But just it's such a quarterback league. And here's, obviously, the Lions' take on this. The Lions are probably not going to go to the playoffs this year. No, they're never going to the playoffs. But there probably isn't a quarterback that is going to be ranked high enough for them to draft. So are they going to pick Thibodeau, the defensive end, and then maybe wait and get a QB late first with the Rams pick?
An option.
You know, one of those guys fall. Because here's the thing. There's so many teams that now have good quarterbacks or young quarterbacks that they want to, gives them time to develop.
Or they might just not, right? Like the Dolphins. They're not giving Tua much time. I'll talk about Tua later. Mm-hmm. The Eagles. They traded for Minshew for a reason, even though I think Hurts is legit. So, you're right. There's lots of quarterbacks, lots of good quarterbacks, and then young quarterbacks that have like superstar potential.
Yep.
This actually good segue. Zach Wilson. He isn't Justin Fields, and I don't think he's going to be Trey Lance, but he's not terrible. Okay, Zach Wilson has a really good arm, and he's a great athlete.
Yeah.
But he is in maybe the worst situation in football for a quarterback. Like Sam Darnold was in.
Terrible offensive line, crappy skill guys, the New York media.
Yeah.
They've sucked for so long. Like, they get behind 3-0.
So I don't want to say, I'm not saying Zach Wilson is good. I'm not saying he deserved to be picked second overall. But I'm saying he is in a terrible situation. So don't go too hard on him.
Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in my predictions. This kind of ties into Jamie Collins earlier. I would like trades to be more relevant in the NFL. Like, the Lions are in tank mode, and I would like it to be easier to trade Jamie Collins, Taylor Decker, even Trey Flowers. Like, you're in tank mode. You're going to suck for the next couple of years.
Just get picks.
Get some picks. But it doesn't seem to be really easy. But, like, this is not a secret the Lions are in tank mode. So I am very interested to see how this can translate to, Oklahoma City and all their draft picks.
Yeah, fair. My last takeaway, Sam Darnold, solid. He's having a good first couple weeks. I think it's funny. I just talked about Zach Wilson in a terrible situation. Sam Darnold just got out of that situation. And he's been great, right? I think Carolina's 2-0.
Okay. Yep.
They're probably going to win tonight. So, they're looking at a 3-0. And obviously, McCaffery next year makes it a little easier. But people...
What's that wide receiver? Another Moore guy who's fat.
DJ Moore?
Yeah, DJ Moore. Yeah.
Sam Darnold is good. And he's only 24. He still has potential
that's a good
to
take.
be a very
that's a good take.
solid guy.
He's not going to be like a Rosen guy who was just... Poop.
No, he's not going to be Rosen. He's not going to be Murray. He's going to be in the middle.
Yep. Too many penalties with the smack talk, right? Like, when you make a great play, it's okay to celebrate. Like, you need to be smart, and you can't get all in the guy's face, but...
Don't touch the ref.
Too many flags. Too many flags with celebration.
Too many flags.
I did hear there's more in the first 2 weeks than the entire combined total last year.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
On taunting?
Yeah, what's that penalty called? Is it taunting?
I think taunting is what it's being referred to.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a shame. And I think I'm okay with calling up taunting in the first few minutes of the game just to say, hey, we're not going to take everything today. But, if it's a rivalry game or, the Raiders-Steelers are going at it, stay out of it.
Yep.
Let them talk to a point, right? Don't touch the ref, whatever.
I have one more small note. Yeah. Dallas, you were so lucky to win. You completely screwed up that last minute, and you made your guy pick a 56-yard field goal.
Let's just talk about us for a minute. If we replace Mike McCarthy...
Us.
Me and you together as co-head coaches, I think we do better than Mike McCarthy. I really do.
I agree.
I'm not if we were given saying okay, here's the play sheet, he doesn't even call plays. I don't think. I think Kellen Moore, their OC, calls plays.
I think so. Yep.
So all we have to do is
old QB
clap and
know when to throw
to say timeout and throw a flag. Man, I don't know.
Challenge flag, timeouts, a couple of attaboys. There you go.
Yeah,
we could do that.
Attababy. That was, I think, what Dan Campbell kept saying. Attababy.
Attababy.
That was his line.
Awesome.
Both predictions.
My first one, all 5 of the rookie first rounders will disappoint.
Bruh.
Right? Wilson, Lawrence.
Wait, this year or ever?
No, this year. So we've got Wilson, Lawrence, Lance, Fields, and Mac Jones. Mac Jones is the only one who's played okay, just because New England has played really good. He's going to make some mistakes. There's going to be more pressure. There's some tougher games. So the prediction is all 5 of the quarterbacks will be disappointments, and certainly none of them are going to sniff the playoffs.
Okay, so these are bold. Yep. So I'm okay with it. I don't buy it. We'll say buy, sell. I'll sell that. I'm not into it.
Okay.
But I see where you're coming from. I think Jones is going to be a great game manager, especially this year. And then I think Lawrence, Wilson aren't going to be great just because of their situation. Mm-hmm. I think Fields is going to be good. I think I'm probably the highest on Fields out of those guys right now. Lance, I just don't know when he's going to play and when he'll be ready. But
yeah, that's what I said.
It's not a bad bold prediction. So my bold one. This was the first one I'd written down. Justin Herbert. Okay. Justin Herbert is going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback and is going to go down as he's not going to be Tom Brady, but he will be considered an all-time great quarterback. Maybe not top 10, but he's going to be up there. He has the potential to be nuts. I'm so high on Justin Herbert. So I buy all your Justin Herbert stock you can right now. Because he is going to be he's going to be a top 3 quarterback in football in a couple years. And he's going to be the man for the next 15 years in the NFL. Him and Mahomes are just going to be running football.
I like him a lot. Mm-hmm. The problem is he's going to be the second best quarterback. Or third best quarterback. Because Mahomes is just going to be better than him.
Again, he's not Mahomes.
Here's the problem. Steve Young was absolutely amazing. But he was in Joe Montana's shadow.
I'm okay if Herbert goes down as Steve Young caliber good.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Right? I don't think he's going to be Brady. Again, playing next to Mahomes is tough. But Herbert is the man. Buy your Justin Herbert stock.
Okay, so I'm just going to sell a little bit then. McCaffery is going to get 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. 3 players in history have done it. Can you name them?
Did Dave Johnson get it?
Nope.
He didn't.
He did not.
Did Barry?
Nope.
Okay, I give up. David Johnson, I know, was so
The first guy to do it, Roger Craig, San Francisco 49ers. High leg kick. He was awesome to watch. And the other two, you'll be like, oh, Marshall Faulk, right? Running
with Greatest Show?
Yep, Greatest Show on Turf. And the third guy to get it, Christian McCaffery got it in 2019. So it's not super bold, but still, it's only happened 3 times in the history
bold.
of the NFL.
It's bold, but I'd buy it.
Yeah, 1,000.
If he can stay
So
healthy.
you get lots of touches. If he stays healthy, he gets it. Yep.
Hopefully he does.
Right, you only need to average like 67 yards a game in order to get no less, because you need like if you average 59 yards a game rushing and receiving, I didn't do the math, might be off by 1. Then you're going to get 1,000.
All right, my next one, Tua. This will be his last year in a Dolphins uniform.
Totally buy that. Completely
Yeah?
with you. Yep.
And I think it's pretty bold. Like, I think if you look at the odds, I'm sure they're in favor of him staying.
Yep.
I don't know if it's going to happen mid-season. It very well might. I don't think he's with them long-term, unfortunately. You know, it might be Watson coming in. It might be a first-round pick that's going to be a quarterback. Who knows? But I do not think Tua will be the long-term Dolphins guy.
Yep, totally buying that. You're right.
Cool.
Tom Brady wins the MVP at 44 years old.
I'll buy that.
And saying Tom Brady wins the MVP isn't a crazy sentence. But then when you say, my gosh, he's 44 years old. He's had almost 3 Hall of Fame careers.
He has had 3 Hall of Fame careers.
Like, let's run the numbers. Who's going to run the numbers? Dale, can you run the numbers and just kind of see if it makes sense for him to have 3 separate Hall of Fame careers? Is Dale a guy to do that? No, probably Alessio?
No, Alessio doesn't. No, Alessio's dumb. Dale.
Okay, Dale. We need you, bro. Need you.
I think if Mahomes doesn't win it, I'm putting money on Brady. Like, those are probably my top 2 guys.
Yep, I wrote down Mahomes, and then I wrote down Carr and Murray.
But Brady has looked phenomenal.
Yep.
So I'm okay with that.
And listen, he's got enough of an ego that he's gonna be like, I want.
To a point,
Yeah.
not to sacrifice wins.
No, not to sacrifice
I
wins.
think Rodgers would sacrifice wins.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I actually do. Okay, my third one. Big Ben and Matt Ryan. Both are completely washed.
Oh, poor guys.
Maybe both of them retire at the end of the year. I guarantee you one of them will. I guarantee one of them walks away.
One for sure. I think it's
might.
Ben. Ryan has just not looked very good.
They both don't look good, and their teams aren't
They're getting
great.
beat up.
They're going to get crushed. They both don't have good O-lines. One's leaving. Maybe both. And they're gonna be. I think Matt Ryan might be a little dry in the booth, but I feel like they can do some analyst stuff.
Yeah, I'm buying that. Lions go 2-15. 2-15.
What, dude?
You buying or selling?
No, I'm selling. They're winning 3 games.
Okay.
Who do you have them beating on?
Oh, we looked at it a while ago. I don't remember.
Chicago.
But there was a couple.
Chicago.
When we
Green Bay.
looked at it, I looked at it again. I'm like, you know what? We said they're going to win that game.
They're not beating Philly.
No.
I don't think they might beat Cincy. I think they still beat Atlanta. I think that might be a win. But it's going to
be tough. Like you didn't have confidence that, they're going to win 4 games. No, you're like, no. 3.
I'll buy the over on 2. I won't buy the over on 3. My fourth one. These are both playoff things. We might do playoffs next episode. We just do a playoff prediction thing. But the Browns will make the AFC Championship game for the first time in over 30 years. Making the AFC Championship.
I'm actually going to buy. You know what?
Nice.
Right now, they don't look like they can do it just because they don't have any wide receivers.
Odell is going to light it up.
Mayfield hasn't played very well. But they've got so much talent. Like, they've got talent on defense that hasn't really seemed to gel or show itself yet. But they've just got dudes. They got great running backs, good skill, like an offensive line.
They're going to figure things out. Odell's going to light it up. And I think they make the AFC Championship.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy that. Good. Last one.
Yeah.
Pollard will be the number 1 running back on the Dallas Cowboys.
No, I'm selling that.
By the end of the season.
That's a reach.
They're still going to start Elliot, but Pollard's going to have more touches, and he's going to be the guy in crunch time.
Maybe. How much are they paying Zeke? They're paying him like a top.
Oh, $1 billion, $35 million.
And does Jerry Jones have too big of an ego to say Pollard is better, but I'm paying him and I need to play
That's
him?
why they're still going to start Zeke.
But you still think Pollard gets more touches?
Yep.
I'm going to sell.
Okay.
But should and will, right? Pollard looks a lot better.
Archive this one. This is a good one.
Okay, archive it. I'll tell the producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
My last one. The Rams will make the NFC Championship. Not super bold, but again, you look at the odds, it's a bit of a reach. I
don't think that's much of a stretch. That's a good pick.
I think I was pretty hot on them. I didn't think they'd look this good. They're nuts.
They're so much fun to watch.
So at least NFC Championship.
How many times a game should they run the ball?
Never. If you want, maybe on the goal line.
They should do 2 draw plays.
Yeah, a couple draws.
Maybe
touch passes. They like to do touch passes to like Woods and Cup. You can do that.
But that's it.
I just think Stafford looks great. The receivers look great.
Guys.
Defense hasn't looked as good as they should, but I think I think Donald's just going to say everyone just play good football before I fight you, and then they'll just play good. So yeah, I'm high on the Rams.
Okay, good. Thanksgiving coming up. You know what's great for Thanksgiving? Get some swag to your people, right? We got a bit of swag that's coming up soon.
Thanksgiving's not for how long?
Well, Canadian Thanksgiving is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's still pretty far.
So, yeah, but... Like
2 weeks is like 2 Lions football games.
That's 2 Lions football games. 2 losses.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
They could tie. Lions could totally tie game this year.
Check us out on Instagram. We do have weekly predictions, and we always get a Daniela Chudner prediction.
We always get
She comes out with some bold predictions. So... If anybody else would like to jump in and submit their Lions score to us, we can include it in the
that's a good call.
In the take.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks everybody. Have a good night.